Hello, my name's Jan Yarker. I'm a climate change activist and I've come to Scotland Yard today to address Sir Mark Rowley. Sir Mark, we are here for you, so please listen to what I have to say. Rishi Sunak is guilty of manslaughter. He is guilty of many other crimes, but I'm here to urge you to prosecute Rishi Sunak for manslaughter, global manslaughter. Since David Cameron resigned, we've had 5 Prime Ministers, 4 of whom had not been voted in by the British public. The last of the 4 was Rishi Sunak, who manipulated his way into office in 2022. And he's been causing deaths globally as a result of his greed for power and wealth. Whilst he was trying to drain our planet of any remaining fossil fuels he knew of, his last year in office saw 2023 become the hottest in history. Floods, cyclones, fires and drought killed and displaced millions of people, many of whom were children, mostly in countries that hardly contribute to climate change. So Mark, I've been trying to communicate with you since April 2023. My emails to you and 9 other senior police officers have been ignored at least twice. I've posted packages full of information to you. All were signed for, but not acknowledged. Are you even aware of how hard I've been trying to contact you? Mr. Sunak has been forcing your officers to act as accomplices to his crimes. While they were forced to arrest the protesters who were trying to save our lives, they were clearing the way for the Prime Minister to issue more licences to the fossil fuel industries, the very industries that are causing the 6th mass extinction of our planet. Effectively, the police are digging their own graves. They can't refuse to do their jobs, but you can prevent this from happening. It's time to stop arresting and imprisoning the protesters who are trying to save our planet. They don't belong in prison, and they certainly don't deserve to be deported. It's time instead to arrest and prosecute the real criminals, the ones in Westminster, and there are plenty of them, who have been killing our planet and the life that relies on her. They really do belong in prison. Surely you're aware of how much your police force is being used and abused. In October 2023, your officers arrested 60 Just Stop Oil activists under the Public Order Act. They were mothers and grandmothers on a slow march to fight for the lives of their children and grandchildren. Whether you agree with JSO's tactics or not, you need to realise that they are good people trying to save our planet for the human race, and that includes you and your officers. Extinction Rebellion rebels are trying to help you. One of them, King McCarthy, has just written a song for you. It's called The Ballad of Jan Yarker, and it's on YouTube. I hope you have a look. Every climate change activist is trying to help you. We're here to help you and your officers today. The officers serving in your force and their loved ones are all at risk of dying as our planet processes her 6th mass extinction. You don't often hear the term 6th mass extinction, but why? That's what's happening. It's been happening for a long time now. Climate change is just a symptom of what is happening to our planet. She has processed 5 mass extinctions before, but they were a natural part of her planetary evolution. This is the first one to be caused by humans. Why are the very people who are trying to save our planet for us being arrested and prosecuted? You know who the real criminals are, and you should be arresting them. Rishi Sunak should have been protecting us from climate change. Instead, he's been accelerating it by recently issuing 100 new licences for the drilling of North Sea oil, by giving the Rosebank oil field the green light, and allowing the Cumbrian coal mine to go ahead. And now there's doubt that that's actually legal. During the last 50 years, according to the UN, 2 million people have died due to climate change related disasters, all of which could have been prevented if politicians had done their job properly. Just think, 2 million people dead, their families and loved ones still grieving, all because of people like Rishi Sunak. What a terrible legacy he's going to leave behind. What legacy will you leave behind, Sir Mark, when you know you could have stopped this charade? Will it be one you can be proud of? I hope so. I really would like it to be. I can't help feeling if you don't act now and prosecute Rishi Sunak for manslaughter, it will make you just as guilty as he is, because you will be neglecting your duty towards your police force. I don't think you will do that. I really do think you're better than that. I do. So Mark, if you don't act now, you will be putting the lives of all your officers and their families at risk. You have all been used as puppets by the government, as tools of their dirty, corrupt trade. You can stop this. It's time to cut the strings. In May, the High Court quashed the public order bill. It's suspending reversal because the previous government was appealing the decision. It remains to be seen what our new government will decide. This would mean that your officers have been arresting protesters under a law which is illegal. This is a waste of your time and resources. That means that the previous government has been wasting police time. Another crime. I urge you now, Sir Mark, please listen to the protesters and the public. People are frightened. They're fearing for their lives. You are the one person who can turn this nightmare situation around. You can prosecute those guilty of causing deaths at home and globally and get the UK back on track to save our planet. I'm aware that you can't do this alone. Of course I am. The complete judiciary system is responsible for the way climate change protesters have been treated. But change can happen with just one step. That is why I've come to you, Sir Mark. Please take that step and ensure that justice is given to our beautiful planet. I'm Jan Yarker. I'm not a politician. I'm not a scientist, person with a profession, or anyone well known. But I am a wife, a mother, and a grandmother. And as such, this speech does come from my heart. I would like to meet with you, as there is much to discuss. Thank you.